It's your boy Ron Big Black Garrett. I've had a couple people in Facebook, social media, and all this wonder why I've been so silent about the George Floyd situation and some of the other things that have happened lately. Well, be honest with you, I'm tired. I've been through a lot this last year and a half. And there comes a point in your life where you just have to take stock and slow down and not get involved in every issue that comes around. The George Floyd situation is just another one of those things. Being a black man who's dealt with racism and dealt with things and tried to be a voice of reason, also dealing with black issues, why we act the way we act, while at the same time fighting, combating racism, which is what I've always tried to do. I've tried to hold us accountable as we hold others accountable. And but sometimes you just get to a point to where when things are happening in your own life that you have to take a step back away from those things, and that's what I've been doing. Having said that, I will say that I understand the rage. I understand the emotion. I feel it. There's things that went through my head that I'm not proud of because I support law enforcement. I do my best to try to repair the relationship with law enforcement in the black communities. I do inner city ministry, and I try to instill a sense of community with law enforcement. So when things like this happen, it really hurts me a lot. But at the same time, I also want to make sure that I put this message out that I'm not understanding how I do understand the outrage and all that. Make sure you understand that. But we've got to learn to make sure that we don't turn that into a reason or use it as an opportunity to commit more criminal acts, because my whole thing has always been I understand how you say they see us, but you're giving validity to how they see us. And I'm talking about racists. You're giving validity to how they see us when you go out and do the things they already accuse us of doing. And when your response is, well, how you expect us to act? Well, act like a person, act like a human, especially you that claim Christ, act like a Christian. You don't. You can protest and use the tenets of government and all of these other things to accomplish a mission. It may be slow. It may not be, and it doesn't always work out like that. But when we do the things the right way, then at least we don't look foolish. And that's my message to you people that are wanting to commit crimes and do all of these other things. The system is all the, we know what the system is. Heck, I'm 53 years old. I've been dealing with the system my whole freaking life, fighting the system, upholding our causes. But it does, it gives the system a reason to not even listen to us when we do things that are criminal. And like I said, make no mistake, I understand, because at one time I was one of those people. When things would pop off, I would pop off. And let me trust me, some of you guys that think you're tough out there, if I could really pull back the curtain and talk about some of the things I did when things like this happened, you couldn't even hold a candle to it. But thank God I've been redeemed. And now I understand, because I did those things, I understand the harm that they caused to any movement I was ever involved in, any cause I was ever involved in, which is why I'm stating we shouldn't be doing those things. And that's just my spiel on these things. I'm too tired to talk about other stuff. My father passed away last night. I'm still dealing with that, reeling with that, processing that. We weren't always that close. I didn't grow up with him. But over the last few years, God has redeemed and restored that relationship. And so it's just been a pile on of a lot of things. But God is still good. God is still great. He has blessed me in so many other ways. And so I'm going to always proclaim his goodness, even though things are tough. If I'm going to praise him on the mountaintop, I'm going to praise him through the valley too. And so this too shall pass. This George Floyd stuff will pass. We'll continue to fight. We'll continue to do the things that God has blessed us to do. We will continue to make right decisions. I'm going to speak that over the community right now. Make right decisions. Do things in an honorable way. Do things in a godly way. Let's not lower ourselves and devolve to a point to where we're doing things that they expect us. And when I say they, I mean the system. I'm not talking about all white people in general or nothing like that. Some of you black people disagree with me with that. You're part of the problem. That's why they look at us the way they do, because we act a certain way sometimes. Let's not do that. Let's not give them ammunition to fire at us, literally and figuratively. Let's not do that. Let's hold our heads up and show that we can and should be a part of everything, and we demand our respect. So let's act respectful as we demand our respect. Let's not be what we already think they think we are. Let's break those stereotypes and do the right things. And like I said, if you're a Christian, you definitely should be doing the right thing. Don't go sit your butt in church and then go out there and start rioting and looting and doing all these other things that these goofballs are out there doing. You know, so let's get it together. I probably won't make many more comments about this stuff because I just see it being a lot of it being idiotic. People, some very intelligent people that I love on social media, just saying stupid things right now, and it's not helping. If you're not going to do something to help, then I just assume that you keep your mouth shut. You know, now I'm also a First Amendment person guy, so say what you want to say, but don't sit there and claim that you want to make things better when you're saying everything that's going to make it worse. You're directing anger towards people who weren't even involved in this thing. Yeah, we do need to speak because people need to quit being silent. Other cops out there, y'all need to quit being silent. You need to quit sitting up there getting all mad and keeping this blue line when you know people are racist and all this stuff. You need to cut that mess out. I've said that all along. When that's one of the biggest complaints that the community has is that when people say, well, what about the good cops? Okay, well, your good cops need to start standing up. You need to start standing up. You need to cut this out, and you need to weed out. You need to cull the nuts out of the blue line. Then I know there's good ones out there, but the problem is the good ones are not speaking up because of whatever, scared of losing your job, doing this, doing that. That's not helping. So if you want the black community to help and support you, you've got to start supporting and getting rid of those knuckleheads that are in there. And it's not always about race. Sometimes it's just bad cops. Sometimes it is about race. A lot of times it is, but sometimes it's just that these people are knuckleheads no matter what. And I don't know, man. It is what it is. I got a lot to deal with, so I'm not worried about none of this nonsense today. And any of you that disagree with me on this right here, I don't really give a rip. I just am doing the best that I can do with the energy that I have, which is not a lot right now. But I am thankful that God has given me a voice and given me the opportunity to say these things and to speak out. So I love you. God bless you. Pray for the brother. I need it today. Peace.